My mama's coming on. What? This edition of Intensified Life TV is featuring nobody else. It's in the month of May. So who else would I get? Ta-da! This is Carolyn G. Hall. This is my mama, y'all. Hey, mama.
Hello, Keisha.
Okay, so let's jump into this. Obviously, I wanted to invite you because of two main reasons. One being that this is around the Mother's Day time. So what a perfect time to celebrate mothers. Also because I'm doing this countdown to my birthday, and I thought it would be really cool to talk about things in my early part of life and even mothering for you and what it was like parenting me and all the other stuff that goes with that. I'm not the only child. I think I've already stated that in some other programs, but I would love to know the beginning. How did you get to Houston?
Actually, a friend of mine's mom asked me to be in her daughter's wedding.
Oh, okay.
And as a favor to her, I came to Houston with her daughter to be fitted for the gown. And she asked me this question: why are you still in Port Arthur? I couldn't answer because I never thought about moving. So we did a lot of running around that next day. And she said, I'm going to take you somewhere. And where did she take me? To MD Anderson. And they hired me that day. And
Hold on. I never knew that.
oh, they did. Anyway,
Huh.
I told the guy, well, I need to go back home and put in a 2 week notice and, all the formalities. And I did. I went back home that next day and I told my supervisor, as of yesterday, I'm working a 2 week notice.
Wow.
Nobody believed me because you may not believe it. I was really kind of quiet.
No, I do believe it. I absolutely believe it.
So here I am. I knew almost nobody in Houston, but I'm telling them I'm moving. And I started packing. And long story short, here I am. I've been here since 1973.
Don't do that math that quick. Y'all already know my birthday coming up. So anyway, that's what happened when you get family on the show. They just start talking.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
But anyway, that's how I ended up in Houston.
Man, so I didn't know you were hired the same day. I didn't know that.
It shocked me.
Wow. Okay.
And cool. Wait, the man even started calling around trying to find me an apartment.
Man, why they don't have these kind of employees these days? That's something else.
I don't know, but anyway.
So you got to Houston, and tell me first off, when you found out that you were going to be a mother, a mom. Of course, you didn't know the gender of the baby yet, but you just knew you were going to be a mother. What were the first things that came to your mind?
Fear.
Okay.
Because I'm an only child. I knew nothing about helping with babies.
That's
any
right.
of that
That's right.
stuff.
That's right.
So now here I am. I'm going to have a baby. I don't know what to do with it. And two people said something to me that kind of helped. A lady I worked with, and I was telling her, I don't know, I haven't been around babies. She said, well, we know one thing, you're not going to kill it.
Praise the Lord.
Thank you. And then my grandmother said, God doesn't put any more on you than you can handle, so you can handle this.
Okay. So you got over the fear, or how long did it take? Let's talk about how long did it take to get over the fear?
At least 7 months.
Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad. I mean, did you ever have anything like postpartum depression or anything like that?
No, my problem was they told me I was trying to abort.
Oh.
And that's where the fear came in. But that very day, they started giving me the injections and the pills. So for 9 months, I had to take injections and pills because
what did those injections and pills do? What
they were trying, that was their effort to help me avoid aborting. And the doctor, and she said, I can't promise you anything. Well, first, she asked me, do you want the baby? And that look you have, that's the look I gave her. And I'm
I
thinking,
mean, yeah, you want me, but
you
okay,
telling me I have a baby in me and you asking me if I want it?
okay.
Of course I want it, all that. But anyway, she said, well, we're going to do what we can do on our end. So we went through all that.
Mm-hmm.
And I did. And there were times I could not go to work. I had to go on bed rest and all that stuff. But I got through it.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
And like you said, your birthday's coming up. And I think I took my last pill before they willed me in. But the funny part, I just got to
Wow.
say this.
Okay.
I was in labor, called my doctor. He said, get to the hospital. But I didn't go.
Why?
I wanted to make sure this baby was ready to come. I didn't want to come back home still pregnant.
Oh, oh, no false
So this was
alarms.
like about 4 o'clock in the morning. Your dad and my cousin were there. And just when they decided to go back to sleep,
Mm.
I said, y'all, let's go. 8 pound,
8 pounds. Okay.
and a few ounces. Little girl came on out.
Did you know it was a girl? I was a girl.
Nope.
Oh, so I surprised you. It was a gender
Yes,
reveal in the
yes,
moment.
yes.
we
Yes.
didn't we didn't do all those gender reveals back in the day.
And
Okay.
by then, my mom and my grandmother were in town.
Okay.
My grandmother came up to the hospital and she went to the nursery to look at the baby and she came back. I remember it like it was yesterday. She said, in my days, babies didn't open their eyes the first day. She said, she looking around already. She said, she looking around already. And they kept you in the front
Oh
because you were
no.
the only black baby in the nursery that day. And you were pretty.
I love these stories.
You were pretty. You really were.
Okay, so interesting. Okay. Wow. That's good. I appreciate you telling me that. So it's a few things in there. Tell me, how has fear impacted your life since then? Now that's a long time, but what else in life would you say that you feel comfortable saying that you've had to maybe work through fear?
Another fear was that I didn't want to make mistakes. I knew I did not know
Mm.
what I was doing. And I've got to say this too. The night, the day we went home, we were discharged. That night, oh my God, you cried. You cried. Now, I don't know who was crying the most, you or me. Because here my baby's crying and I don't know why. And my
Both of them just
grandmother,
hollering. Both of them just.
yep, and your dad was mad because he had to go to work and he couldn't sleep. My grandmother came in the room with a little bottle with, I don't even know if it was 2 ounces of water in it. And she gave it to you.
I was thirsty.
No, you passed gas and went to sleep. I didn't know
Let's move
about
on.
colic. But I think about that sometime and I have to laugh. And then I started crying more because I'm saying, I don't know how to take care of my own baby.
Yeah.
And my
So
grandmother said, that's coming.
yeah, you didn't know. Like most things in life, when we don't know, we've never experienced it. We got to go with it. But a living being, I get that. Somebody depending on you, and it's a living being. So how would you say, just for mothers who might be new first time moms, and given that you've now birthed and parented three, yes, we all survived. But you birthed and parented three. For any new mom, first time mom that might have some of the same concerns or fears, what would be your advice if they didn't have a grandmother to say, you know
Okay.
what I mean? Now, because you are the grandmother, so you can now pass on some wisdom. What would you say?
Pray and just know that God's going to help you through it because that's what I was doing. And I was praying for my baby even more because I felt like, I don't know what I'm doing. What if she, just little things. But you were a good baby. And see, I mean, as long as you were fed and clean, and your little bassinet, I'd keep it by the window. you'd sleep. And so there really was no problem.
But I mean, so it's for a mom who's not birthed yet, but she has those fears. And yes, we're gonna pray. So we're definitely gonna pray. But and I'm not saying that you have to give her advice about anything related to college because every baby is different. But
Right, right.
what else helped you in those times that you were crying? We both were crying when we were both crying.
No, I got past that.
Okay.
And then I started to think, wow, I think this is what I've wanted all my life.
Oh wow.
Because and I used to, even before, way before I moved to Houston, everything, I used to ask God, if you're going to give me kids, don't give me just one.
Oh, okay. Oh, because you knew that
Right. I did
experience.
not like being an only child.
Mm.
And um, then after you were here and I got past the fear and all that stuff, I was, I'm going to use this word, I was really kind of cocky because I felt like, wow, this is my baby.
Oh.
I can love this baby and this baby's going to love me.
Ooh. I'm hearing things.
That and
I'm hearing things.
I I just that's what I wanted.
So,
And I felt like God trusted me
mhm. Mhm.
with this baby
Mhm.
and I couldn't let him down.
Mm.
And I used to think about that all the time.
Mm.
And I felt like he saw something in me that I
Mm.
was going to get this thing right.
Amen.
And I did.
She was cocky. Remember
Yeah.
she said that. Um so wow, I said I heard something earlier. And what I was hearing is sensitive. So I'm putting out the warning. I'm putting out the warning. Maybe even a trigger for some who have a similar experience. It sounds to me like you wanted to love someone and you knew that someone would love you back because there were times, and I know the backstory. Why do you think that was so important?
I felt like I had missed something. Okay, my dad was rarely there because he shipped out.
Okay.
So it
Shipped
was,
out like
he was a merchant marine.
merchant marine. Okay.
Yeah. And I felt like, wow, this is what I've been waiting for. I felt like this was, I was going to love and get love that nobody could take away from me.
Hmm.
Nobody could mistreat. And I mean, we had some differences and all that, but
Who is
still,
we?
you and me,
Oh yeah.
once you grew up, but
Oh.
that's okay. That was okay.
Uh-huh.
But um, I, as I think about it, that's when I say, this is all I wanted.
All you wanted was to love and to be loved.
And to genuinely,
So you felt like you didn't have it?
right, right. And to me, my dad tried to show love, but it was through getting me things,
Gifts.
gift, that I accepted.
I know you did. He
And
spoiled you.
yeah, he did. And I think because of my dad, I mean, I won best dressed in high school because, he'd come in, he'd have clothes and everything. And I'm going to repeat something someone told me. I could have turned out to be a rotten kid, but I didn't.
Hmm.
And it's because my dad never raised his voice at me,
Mm. Mm.
even when I deserved it.
Wow.
But my mom was there to say, oh no, little sister, you don't run nothing. And I appreciate that part too.
Yeah.
I really do. I appreciate it because it saved me.
Yeah. The balance. The
Yeah,
the the temper.
right.
Yeah.
But then I had my grandparents next door, and my grandfather didn't play.
Okay.
But I I I see some of my friends,
Mm.
And I'd wish for a better, no, no, not, yeah, better, a different life.
What was different? What
No,
what 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 in particular was the difference that you wanted?
I think I wanted a different relationship with my mom.
Yeah. Mm.
My first disappointment was the Sunday I ran home and I was so excited. I joined church today,
Mm-hmm.
and my mom didn't even come to see me get baptized. And it's a lot of little things
Yeah.
like that. And yes, you're right, it's sensitive, and I'm not going to cry.
We cry here. It's okay. So,
Now,
okay.
my mom I had a sister who came after me, but she didn't make it. And I'm told I had a brother who didn't make it. I was preemie. God kept me here for something. And now it's been 77 years. I get excited.
Woohoo!
One of my friends said, I never saw anybody get so excited about getting old.
Yeah.
I said,
Well,
well, you need to pray you get old.
right, right. That's the goal. Old is the goal. So says Steve Harvey. That's how
But
he says it. But old is the
anyway,
goal.
it was a lot of things. And then I was always told I didn't know how to play with other kids. I guess I guess maybe there was some truth to that.
Your children tell you that. Your children tell you that now.
But I like being alone. I like being
Except for when
alone.
you don't want to be.
And then right, right.
Mm-hmm. I get
And
it.
but most of the time, me and my music.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Listen, it is raining here. It's stormy. You may even hear some thunder and all of that. But the fact that you agreed, first of all, to do this, and then she came out on a day that was rain. When I tell you this miracle, y'all don't understand. Y'all, you witnessing some miraculous things right here, and people who know her, come on, put some praise hands in the comments. So let's fast forward a little bit. Tell me, so you had a girl, you have a girl, not had, you have a girl, then you get two sons. What would you say is the greatest difference in parenting the one girl you have and the two boys that you ended up parenting?
You really want to know?
Of course, we really want to know.
Potty training.
Oh, okay,
It became a challenge,
okay, okay, okay.
but that's okay.
Yeah,
We
we got
we
past
got
that. We
past
got
that.
that past that.
It took a while.
Give me one word that describes each of your children,
When they were young,
wherever, however.
sensitive, silly, and stubborn.
Ooh, I'm scared to know which one goes with which one. We're gonna we're gonna leave that as a quiz. If you know my family, you can put that in the comments. We're just gonna leave that right there. I'm not gonna go there. So tell me then, moving forward now, how would you describe what has been the best part of being a mother?
I got that love I wanted.
Oh, that's nice.
I I did, and not too many people say the challenge,
Mm-hmm.
because to me it was like I can do this.
Mm.
And now someone told me, you make differences with your kids. No, I do not. At
Mm.
certain times, one kid need me more than the other.
Oh, that's good. That's
That's
good.
the way I looked at it.
That's good.
And so I had to deal with that. And it's the same way now. They're grown, but it's the same way. It's the
Mm-hmm.
same way now.
So let's shift because my birthday coming up. My birthday coming up, and I would love to know what would be the top two memories you have for the span of life that I've had. What are the top two things that come to mind across my life timeline? Subscribe, like, and share to hear her answer and more. Don't you miss it.